Hello again, everyone. It's Randy, your Saw Machine Man, and what we have is another Singer Golden Touch and Sew 603, and this is the motor setup. And the reason we're doing this today is because sometimes you can have one of these. There's a lot of touch and sews like this. There's just millions of these with this same setup, so it's going to be universal through a lot of touch and sews. You can be sewing on it all day long like a champ, and all of a sudden you put it away and get it back out, and you step on the foot control and the light comes on, but there's no power. It's just dead. More often than not, what it is, when you take your bottom cover off, there's 4 screws, you loosen them, it slides off or comes off, however you want to do it. You take the center screw out here. The center screw is what holds the bracket that holds everything together. And it's a good idea at this juncture actually, to unplug it so you don't light up your life. Take this off, and if you unplug it and pull this off to the side, you'll notice that there's 2 red cap wires. One goes to each side of the motor. There's one on each side, 1, 2. You look inside here, and you can see that there is a copper contact inside the plastic. A lot of times what you can do, if it's slipped off, you'll see a little gap right there between the 2 pieces. You can just close that gap down ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Doesn't take much to close that gap. Just wanted to make it a little smaller because it may have vibrated off of there. So you make it a little smaller, and then you slide it back on. You might want to do that with both sides to make sure. You snap it back on, make sure it's nice and snug, both sides. And then the fun part is putting this back together. You tilt this back up. You see this little ridge here is going to fit inside this hole right here. It'll fit inside there like so. And then this is what's cool. It's got this notch right here that fits up here. And this side fits around this. So this holds this in place. So you hold this nice and snug there. You put this back in place so your little bracket on the side holds this flush against the side, and the little notch on top goes up there. And then you look off to the side here, look off to the side so you can line your screw back up with a screw hole, and you'll see it there off to the side, and you'll line that back up. And if you got another hand, maybe a flashlight, it wouldn't hurt. But right now, there it is. Right there. You get it in the slot. And that's the hard part, is making sure you get this in the slot. You peek in from the side here to make sure you see it. And then you grab your screwdriver. You tighten it back down. And you make sure that nothing's in a bind, so nothing's going to pinch anything. Make sure it's all lined up. I'm going to go right back in like so. And then you take your plug, plug it back in the side, and then you put the power back to it by plugging your power plug into the outlet. Make sure it's on, and you step on the gas, and you fix it the way you go. If either one of those 2 plugs in there comes loose, and they'll vibrate loose if they're not pinched down, you'll get no power, and you'll wonder what's going on. You'll start taking stuff apart, take this apart, that apart. It's real easy. Boom, boom, you're done. Hope that helps. Putting it back together. Appreciate it. Thanks.